Hi, my name's Nathan. I'm the office manager, kitchen manager, legal liaison of the men's ministry at Bethel Colony. So before I came to Bethel, I was lost, broken, hurting, addicted to alcohol. I come from a decent family, loving parents, but along the way I've gotten lost. My dad was an alcoholic. Most of my family, I come from a family of alcoholics. So going through that, my mom always said it was in the genes, it's in the blood. So I ended up myself being lost in that and getting caught up in that and some mental health issues. I was struggling with depression, anxiety, suicidal ideations, going through that before I came to Bethel. So I came to Bethel about 5 years ago, homeless, drinking nonstop, lost, no somewhat relationship with Christ, but I don't think I had a full understanding of Christ before I came to Bethel. So I came to Bethel and I had a plan of my own, but God had other plans. So through Bethel, I went through the 6-month program. It helped me, definitely helped me get closer to Christ and build a relationship through the classes, through the quiet time that we have in our Bible, through the strongholds, and be able to just cast down these strongholds, and realizing and showing me that I had a problem and that I needed help and that I couldn't do it on my own. So God used Bethel in that way to help me make that realization that I needed help, that I was lost, I was broken, and I couldn't do this on my own, that I needed a Savior. And the only person that could save me was Jesus. So I came to Christ knowing that came to Christ for that change. And in that, while I was there, and it just transformed my thought life, which then transformed my mind, changed my belief system, which then changed my thought life, then which changed my behaviors. So in that, the anxiety's gone. I have peace. I've learned to be content no matter what situation that I've been in. I'm able to now be more extroverted, more outgoing than I was, to regain the confidence that I never had. And God has been just so blessed while being at Bethel. I was able to I graduated from the program, came up on staff after I graduated, and then God led me to school. So this is the first time I was able to graduate college. And then I just had God just blessed me with just a deeper understanding of His Word, a deeper understanding, and have a deeper relationship with Him, which changes my whole life. I've been able to just I have a new family since being here. A lot of the family that I have now, the brothers that I have at the men's ministry, know me more than my biological family. I'm closer to a lot of these guys that we help. And while I've been here, I've been able to God just blessed me with being able to go just travel all across the world. I've been married. I got married while I was here to one of our graduates at our women's facility. And now God's called me back to school. So now I'm going back to college to get a deeper understanding and hopefully to get a closer relationship and a deeper understanding so that I can help more people come to Christ, understand Christ, evangelize, and just let the broken people heal. So that's what Bethel has done. I'm just so proud to call this home. I'm proud to be a part of this ministry. And I'm just thankful for God, what God has used this ministry for the past 20 years to do. So I was running from myself in all of this. So a typical day for me would wake up, do what I had. What are you like? Are you talking a typical day like right before I came to Bethel, or okay? So typical day, man. I was homeless. I was homeless in on the North Shore in Slidell, and so the typical day was just walking up and down the streets, looking for food, trying to find money, trying to find money for booze, trying to get money for food, and even when I did get the money for food, I'd spend it on booze. What drew me to Bethel, and this is only God. I was in another program before I came to Bethel. I had a little, I relapsed and started drinking again, and back on the streets. But anyways, so I had a couple friends God put in my life that brought me to Bethel so that I would not, that I wouldn't be on the streets. And when I came into Bethel, the plan was to do just 60 days and then go back to the other program that I was in. But when I got here, I realized there was something special here. I felt the love of Christ here. People showed they actually cared about me, even though they didn't know me. Yeah.
You know, I was a stoner, so I knew the difference. I could tell, like, oh, hey, this dude is done this. And
Yeah.
of course, we were in our head. What would you tell him about the Bethel ministry? How would you convince him to come so he could change? Of course, we're trying to smother and suffocate the issues in our life.
Yeah.
Doing this stuff. But what would you tell him?
Stop running. I would tell that person to stop running from yourself. I would tell you to humble yourself, come into Bethel, get yourself straight, stop running from yourself and run toward God, because it's the only thing that can help you. You've been trying for so many years to get help, or to stop the anxiety and to stop the depression and run from yourself. Just stop running and just run to God. What struck a chord for me was one of the classes one of our pastors, Pastor Michael Smith, was teaching was Christian relapse prevention. And what he was teaching about really struck a chord with me to, oh, I have a problem. And once I realized I had that problem, I was able to just go, okay, well, this is the problem. The issues that you're having now is just a symptom of the major issue, and that major issue is a sin issue. So that sin issue, so you're dealing with the branches of all your issues and not dealing with the root issues. Now it's time to deal with the root issue, and that root issue is what's that root cause of why you're living this way. You keep living this way, and you keep making that, you get on that carousel, and you keep riding that carousel over and over again, and it's time to get off that carousel.